we had hamburger patties in front of us, and we're both looking at each other. It's like, are you gonna eat? Are you gonna take a bite?
Hi guys.
Hi,
Hey.
how are you?
I am good. I'm so happy to have with me today Wendy and Harry Shinsky. And I have been watching their channel for several years now, so I'm really excited to meet them here at, can you tell us where we are? And
We are at Hack Your Health in Austin, Texas. Yes, we are.
And it's very hot.
It's very humid, so
hot
if I
and
look like
humid.
I'm melting, I am.
Yeah, I am. Wow.
So I just want to hear a little bit about you guys' story. Can you tell me what kind of diet are you eating and how you found your way to that?
Okay, well, we started off vegan after Harry had a quadruple bypass and was very unhealthy on 12 medicines, 266 pounds, size 48, tight jeans. And he
Muffin
was
top.
basically, the doctor said he was a dead man walking. If he had not gone in when he did, he would have been dead within 24 to 48 hours. After that, he was told not to eat anything with a face or a mother, so we went vegan immediately. I went home, gutted my house, and that was the start of our journey. I came from a background where I always had to watch my weight. I was on every single diet that I knew of. If there was a diet that I didn't know of, I probably didn't do it. But other than that, I think I did every single diet.
Oh, yeah.
I weighed 282 pounds, and I ended up in 2005 getting a lap band. And I had all kinds of issues with the lap band in the 14 years that I had it in. I only was able to lose a total of 50 pounds, and that was eating 500 to 800 calories a day. And then I
That's the
started
truth,
having
man. It was weird.
major issues with that. But I'll get into that.
I need a plate of
because-
food like that, and hers would be like this.
Yeah, and I couldn't finish it,
Yeah.
or I'd choke on it because I was having issues. Come to find out, my lap band had slipped. It was rubbing a hole through my throat. I had ulcers at the stoma. The stoma is at the top of the stomach where the lap band is cinched in. And I had my lap band filled to where I only had a 3 centimeter opening.
About the size of an eraser.
Yeah, like the size of my little finger for my food to go through, and that area ulcerated on the esophagus throat side, and then it started sawing its way through my throat. So I ended up in 2019 having to have it removed. A few months before I did that, Harry had a silent heart attack while he was vegan, while he was not eating any oils, limited if any salt, and we got cardiology results that were dismal, showed that with the silent heart attack he damaged the part of his heart, and I decided I need to find something different.
Yep.
I want him alive and healthy, and I want to be alive and healthy, and I'll do whatever it takes food-wise in order to get us to that point. So I found the ketogenic lifestyle.
Okay,
Now-
look, I got to add in here.
Okay.
Okay, we're talking. I wasn't allowed to do anything I wanted food-wise because she watched every single thing I put in my mouth.
I do.
Yes,
I still
yes,
do.
yes.
Oh yeah, still to this day, she orders my food when we go to restaurants because I'll be bad, you know. And so she makes sure that I get what I'm supposed to have.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We did that as a vegan.
Yeah. Oh, it's a vegan. Oh, let me tell you, that was tough.
That
Yeah.
was very hard.
I was a meat and potatoes guy, and man, I just really had a hard time with that. She was starting to wear black with a whip. you
No,
know.
I was not. He calls me the food Nazi.
Yeah, the food Nazi,
that's
definitely
funny.
the food Nazi. I was trying to keep it clean. You know.
I bought you every kind of hot sauce in town that didn't have oil in it because plain potatoes, plain rice,
Yes.
plain vegetables that had, you couldn't even cook with, I was not cooking with oil or
Right.
butter or lard or anything delicious. I couldn't put the salt on it. I was the no seasoning girl, the, Mrs. Dash, the no seasoning Costco, and to keep him healthy. And he was miserable. He hated it. And he had
that's
gout
bad.
nonstop.
Yes.
Because come to find out, he was eating 2 bowls of oatmeal. The purines in the oatmeal were causing the gout. I mean, to the point where he was crawling on the floor, crying in pain, having to take gabapentin and Vicodin every single day, which ruins your liver. So we found the ketogenic diet, and I wanted to do it slowly, incorporating meat, and I mean slowly. You know, we were already had the vegetable part down. So the first time we had hamburger patties in front of us, and we're both looking at each other, it's like, are you gonna eat? Are you gonna take a bite? Am I gonna take a bite? And we both did it together, and it was so amazing. The taste of a hamburger patty after 6 years of not having meat. It's not that we didn't love meat. It's that we did it for health, and it was we were miserable, bickering about the food. He would, you know, complain about the food, and you know, I would just soldier on with it, you know, trying to get him something, because even when you're making beans or lentils, if you don't have that lard or that little bit of, you know, my dad was born and raised in Pascagoula, Mississippi. If you didn't have the lard or the ham hock or the, you know what I mean, even with your collard greens or your string beans, you know, we had the bacon, we had, you know, that's how I was raised cooking too. You know, so it was very difficult. So it was wonderful. It was like a glorious thing, you know, that moment where
it was, no, seriously.
It was.
I mean, I got to have a piece of meat. I'm looking at this piece of meat going, I'm going to die.
Yeah, so we kind of kept it on the down low, you know, started adding back the meat and everything. And when we went to the doctor after several months and found out he was healthier, and he got taken off of so many medications, and he's to the point where he's off of all of them, except if he ever did get a twinge of gout for some odd reason, he would take a gabapentin.
That's because of the ketogenic.
Right, that's because of the ketogenic way of life. But you guys, for us, it was like heaven sent us this delicious diet that healed our bodies, that helped us. Now,
so the heart basically healed in 3 months, which
That's
blew the doctors away. They were like, what? We brought in 5 of the doctors. They all stood around the monitor and had me run on the treadmill,
waiting for him to
keep
pass
looking
out.
back at me, like waiting for me to fall down, and it was perfect. And then they put me on the machine that takes a picture of your heart. It looks like a donut.
Yeah, the nuclear machine.
And the donut, where the part was bad, was all black at the bottom, which is the bottom of the heart. Well, it was all perfect again.
So it regenerated.
Regenerated. So they were basically amazed. They couldn't understand what is happening, what's going on. So.
And what'd you say? I changed
my diet. I changed my diet.
And they said, what did you do? I added meats, fish, you know, dairy, and good fats into my diet. And they all were like, you know, it was like 5 people went, big eyes, you know. So.
Yeah, and they're going, well, I guess you just found the magic bullet for you.
Yeah. So I didn't believe those reports, to the fact that we went to his doctor of internal medicine, asked him to run some of them again, and asked him to compare them. And he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because it's working for you. You've grown tertiary and secondary veins into that lower part of your heart. It's getting the blood that it needs. One of his arteries that they replaced actually collapsed and completely closed. He was on 3 arteries, had that heart attack, well, 4 because he had the 5th one that they didn't end up doing. But anyway, we're very blessed and very thankful, and we've gotten healthier, and we were able to heal our bodies.
She was in a wheelchair.
I was in a wheelchair on a walker and a cane, and had several surgeries to my right knee. My hip had several surgeries, and I finally had my right hip replaced. And my goal was to get us healthy. I wanted to be able to walk again. I used to own, raise, and show horses, and I had to give up all of my horses because I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't even get my leg up and over to the horse. It hurt to ride. Harry got off of all of his medicines, except, like I said, for an occasional Vicodin or gabapentin for pain. I have not taken anything. I was the person that was super obese. I was morbidly obese at 282 pounds, but I did not have any outward symptoms that my insurance could say you're a candidate for a lap band or bypass
Right.
surgery or any bariatric surgery. So out of pocket, I paid at that time $20,000 to
my
have
word.
cash to have my lap, because I got a discount to have that lap band that almost killed me put in. And then having it removed, my insurance paid for it because it was a life affecting thing, and they
Right.
did pay for it. But it was a much, so be careful what you do to your body, putting things into it, taking shortcuts on that, because you still have to have a lifestyle that you can live with, that will work for you and your body. We're still tweaking things, but the first thing your body is going to do is it has to be able to heal itself
Right.
before you can lose weight successfully and be healthy while doing it.
So what's the total you've lost?
Well, I've lost 106 pounds, but I lost 50 of it and yo-yoed back and forth with my lap band, 56 more after I had my lap band removed. Harry has lost 93 pounds since 2013 when he had his heart, his quadruple bypass. He went from a 48-inch waist to a 34-inch waist. And you know, you just have to find what works best for you. Every single diet works if you work the diet.
Yes.
The challenge is everything you lose, you're going to find again, because you have to follow, and every diet has a maintenance program. The challenge is the maintenance program is not sustainable for 90% of the people.
Right.
And if you don't get down to your ideal weight for your body, and you don't lose the extra additional fat, the chances of you ballooning back up again the minute you go off and go back to your old routine, the same old foods, the same old way of life, you're going to gain that plus more.
Done that many times.
Yes. And I have too. My body has been every which way. And so I have been able to, from having my lap band removed, bring my food up from 500 to 800. It was hard in the beginning because my throat actually atrophied shut. It was very hard and it was painful to swallow for several months after I had my lap band removed because of the damage. They had to sew and do all kinds of things. And then for Harry, it was like heaven for him.
Yes.
Because he could have, it's like, do you mean I can have a hamburger and I can have a little cheese on it, and oh my, I can have a piece of bacon with that, you know, and eating the vegetables and things too.
Oh, bacon was
I think everybody progresses into finding and having to tweak things as they go, because your body is a wonderful machine. It stays right here.
Yep.
It'll rev up for a little while and then it'll just maintain where you're at. So you have to kind of trick it. You have to kind of tweak your numbers, tweak what you're eating, and get your body moving, revving that engine up a little bit. And of course, the older you get, the harder it is to rev that engine.
Right.
I turned 70 this year. Harry's going to be 69 in July. Happy birthday early.
Happy birthday early.
And so tweaking a little bit of how we're eating, a little bit of the protocols that we're doing, we've gradually grown more into the carnivore sphere. And I think I've talked to a lot of people that kind of have done that too, and gotten into the intermittent fasting part of it, and you know, learning what makes your body work best for you, but being able to know that, yeah, I may be fasting for 18, 20, 24 hours, but at the end of that, I can sit down and have a wonderful steak.
Yes.
And a beautiful salad with a beautiful, delicious dressing. Do you know how many bottles of
nice.
dressing I threw away when I was vegan? I mean, I don't care what the name is on the bottle, it did not taste like that. And when you have no fat in it, the stuff they put into it, even the healthy stores, you know, more health food oriented stores, it was just nasty stuff.
Yep.
So being able to have a little bit of real, you know, avocado mayonnaise, you know, some olive oil, some
Yes.
lard, some bacon, you really don't eat
Yes.
as much fat as you would have eating the processed foods that were prepackaged, where you couldn't even taste the deliciousness of that little bit of fat, because it was hidden under so many crazy ingredients and chemicals.
Right.
To be able to just make a nice plain salted beef patty and put a little bit of butter on it and taste the butter and
So
taste
good.
the hamburger is so much better
Yes.
than eating something that had way more fat, literally. Like twice as much. I've read labels, you know, at the market on like patties and processed chicken nuggets and wings and seeing the fat content. So it's crazy, but that's where we're at right now. We're doing carnivore-ish. We're adding, if there's a little bit of veggie, we don't sweat it. We are
Yeah.
not super duper strict in the fact that I love a little bit of seasonings with my food, but we've geared more towards a vegetable is a treat and it's on an occasion. And we've limited, we have to moderate our dairy consumption because
yeah,
Harry
big
has
time.
issues with dairy, and we found that out that we
Okay.
did not know about. And finding food allergies is very interesting.
Well,
You can find
I think
things
the
out.
best thing to do actually when you first start this stuff is if I come from the belief that you should cut everything out and then bring back things slowly and see if there's a problem with it. So you kind of get an idea of which food your body can't handle, which food.
Well, we found out I
That's
couldn't
what we
eat
pretty much
almonds.
did in the long
and
run.
yeah,
Oh,
remember almonds? I
Yeah.
didn't know I was
Right.
having an issue with them, and we were drinking almond milk as vegans and almond butter and you know
Yes,
all the
yes.
almond stuff.
Right.
And
Wow.
it inflamed my hands to the point where I was in arm braces from it just bothering my hands like crazy. As soon as
Yeah.
we removed it, and I can tell if I have something, a keto treat, the keto foods that are packaged and have one of their cookies in the next couple days, my hands, I can feel it because it has almonds or something that just really hits me hard. But anyway, we're very happy and have made this a lifestyle. I don't care
I have
to go
no problem
back
with this food.
to any of the packaged. I can't even remember, what it tastes like other than having a few keto treats here and there that are
Right.
packaged, and I know now what I can and can't have there. It's best just to stay away from it. Make it so you
agree.
know what's in it.
Yes.
Is kind of my motto. So
Absolutely.
anyway, that's our little bit of our stories.
Thank you guys so much for sharing. Can you tell me a little bit about your channel? Just tell
Our
us.
channel is Loving It on Keto, and we have a Facebook group. It's Loving It on Keto with Wendy fans. It's free for you to join. I do have an Instagram, but my admin Kim handles that. I'm not as Instagram-ish.
Yeah.
I'm more YouTube. And we have fun with our YouTube channel, and we share what we do on a daily basis and bring everybody along with us.
Yeah, this is
I'm a
more
big
like-
fan.
Just have fun.
Yeah, we have fun. We
guys
have fun, but we share our knowledge too.
I love Marty.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Well, you
I
guys-
first started doing him because I didn't know how to get across that, this is how I am. And, and how
Alter ego.
Yeah, my alter ego
Yes.
is this way, and I'm,
That's
why I
the
did
bad
that.
So
boy.
fun. I love watching you guys' show. I just have been watching you guys for a few years now. I don't know how you showed
Well,
up.
when I saw
but I'm
you
so
and you said
happy.
who you were, and I'm like, I know who you are. I see your comments.
Yes, yes.
So it's great to meet so many like-minded people and see the
Yes.
people that you watch and that we watch.
Yes,
Because we're commenters and stuff. I try to kind of calm the comments because I don't want to take away from the channels that I watch. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But
right.
I'm really excited to meet people such as you.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. It's been super awesome to meet you guys.
Absolutely.
Same here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Bye.